Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hello everyone and let's start today with the perfect square with the same topic, expansion of algebraic expression. There is a subtopic which is a perfect square. So what is a perfect square? You have, for instance, a plus b, and the square of this means that you multiply them twice, right? So if you look at the square in geometrical form, is that something which has four sides and they're equal. So the area of this one is the multiplication of x and x, and that is x square. So now if you have a plus bx square, then that is a plus b into a plus b, right? And the general formula for this one, which means the expansion of this one, is a square plus, so I'll write it down which one, I'll write down the simpler one. So a square plus b square plus 2ab. So you can say that the square of the first one plus the square of the second one plus 2 times first and second. So if you understand this idea, you can expand anything with this formula. How do we get this one? Is by multiplying this with the same expansion that we did before. So a plus b into a plus b. How do you expand this? Is again multiply this to the first one, multiply this to the second one. Similarly, multiply the second to the first one and multiply the second to the second one, that we already did. So a times a times b plus b times a and b times b. So you can see that that is giving you a square, that is ab. So in numbers, b times a or a times b are the same, so you can write this as a times b, and that is b square. These are both the same, so you can write this as a square plus 2ab plus b square, or you can write this in this format, which is making it simple to explain this thing. So the square of the first one plus the square of the second one plus 2 times first and second. So let's solve one problem with this one. But before we go there, just if you change the sign. So for instance, if I, instead of plus, if there is a negative, then all the sign changes, right? And this formula becomes, a slight difference is that here will be a negative, right? And once you do the simplification of this one, a minus b into a minus b, this will give you this formula. So this means that if you have a minus b in a minus b, right, then a minus b whole square would be the square of the first one plus the square of the second one minus 2 times a into b. So let's solve an example with it. Two x plus 1 whole square. So now you can see this is your first one and this is your second one. So what the formula said, either you can expand it simply and apply this method, or what you can do is just apply this simplified formula, which says that you take the square of the first one, so 2x, we take the square of the first one, plus then we take the square of the second one, which is 1 here. Then if there is a plus sign, we write down a plus. 2 times the first one was 2x, and the second one is 1. Now open this up. 2x square means this square is on 2 and this square is on x. So the square of 2 is 4 and the square of x would be x square. The square of 1 is 1. And then this 2 will multiply to this and this. So what you can do is multiply these two first. 2x times 1 gives you 2x, and then you multiply that by 2 gives you 4x. So you can leave it like this, or you can rearrange it in this format, right? Now let's solve the same problem, expand it if there is a negative. So again, you can expand it with this one, right? Or you can use the formula which says that take the square of the first one plus take the square of the second one, and if there is a negative sign, you write down minus 2 times the first one and the second one. So you can see that there is only difference is this sign. It was positive here, so it is positive here, and it is negative here, so it is negative here. The rest is the same. So with the same calculation, you have x square plus 1 minus 4x, and you can again rearrange it, so that would be 4x square minus 4 plus 1. So this is called the perfect square. Now we do the difference of the two squares. So we have a plus b, and we have a minus b. So if we have the same first and last number, but there is a negative sign between them, then that is giving us the square of the first one minus the square of the second one. And again, you can apply the rule of multiplying this and this and find out that this would be equals to a square minus b square, the difference of the two numbers. So let's multiply them. First a into a, right? Then this sign minus this a into b, then this sign plus now b into a, and then this sign b into b, right? So that gives us a square minus this gives us ab, this gives us plus ab, and that gives us minus b square. So we have minus ab and plus ab. They cancel out each other. You are left with a square minus b square, which is this formula. So whatever number you are given, you would be able to solve it. So if you have x minus 5 into x plus 5, now you can see that this is a minus b, a plus b. Okay, the order doesn't matter. You can write down a plus b first and a minus b the second, or you can write down a minus b first and a plus b second. So you can see here is the order is reversed. It doesn't matter. So according to the formula, the square of the first one, which one is the first one? X. And minus, which one is the second one? 5. Just take the square, that gives you x square, and that gives you minus 25. So you got the difference of the two squares, right? If you are given again 4x minus 1, or say plus 1 first, and then 4x minus 1, again you use for this one the same this calculations, or you can just straight away use the formula of taking the square of the first one minus the square of the second one. So that would be 16x square minus 1. I hope this is clear. If you have any question, you can write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.